again. Here I am, seeing, feeling, hearing, and being with spirit, your step by step guide to being more aware, to feeling more, to noticing more, to having manifest and flow in your life, and to get rid of trauma and baggage that does not serve you. So that's pretty much what we're covering. So today, seeing, feeling, hearing, and being with spirit, we're going to go on to chapter 8, Feelings by Kuan Yin. Ascended Master. She did the last one as well. And as I was channeling this book, because I got a draw towards the computer and things just started coming down, I also got told who was coming through me. And so Kuan Yin is one of the Ascended Masters, and she was one of my first guides, one of my first protection angels. She was helping me with my clairvoyance. And the first time she arrived on my bonnet when my whole nervous system had opened up through a particular health course I did. And wow, she's a beautiful Buddha, a being so enlightened, and she just shines from within. So yeah, every one of these chapters is slightly different because they have a different person coming through me or different soul coming through me to be able to speak what they wanted to get across. Channeling is something that you do where your own soul disappears or steps aside, and that other soul that wants to come through you just kind of takes over, and you either start speaking. For me, it was typing. I had no idea what I was typing. The words just came, and it wasn't until later when I came out of the records that I then reread what was in these chapters. Typing was a bit of a mess, but the sentiment and the words are amazing. And this is really what I'm reading out to help us, all of us, in our day-to-day life of growth and compassion, acceptance, and ultimately, love. All right, chapter 8, Feelings by Kuan Yin. Today we want to talk to you about feelings. Feelings are the emotions that the master and teacher are expressing to the mind. Feelings can be used as tools in helping you to understand yourself and the vibration of those around you. Feelings are generated from the deep core of your soul, and these are the lessons of your contract that you need to learn how to harmonize and bring into line your very being and nature. Feelings cover states of anger, fear, sadness, joy, disgust, and guilt. All these can give a feeling inside your very being, inside your body. You can sense them in different ways. What we want you to do is observe these emotions, feelings, and notice where they come from and why they happened. Feelings and processing these senses are part of your growing and being able to move on to the next contract. Without the understanding of these emotions or feelings, you will be stuck and will have to understand them again, if not live through them again, depending on the life, this life, next life. You don't want to keep repeating the experience. It often just gets harder every time you do. We want you to be able to sit in these feelings and understand them. You cannot just brush them off and move on. Things like trauma, bad events, and upsetting instances cannot be swept under the carpet, but instead they must be felt. Just the feeling. Do not relive the events that cause these feelings. It does not serve you to dwell on the actual event. These past experiences cannot be changed, as nobody can turn back time. However, you can process them and learn from them so as not to repeat the experience again. In your mind's eye, you can change the outcome of the feeling, but not the actual event. If you keep having a flash of the event, instead of feeling the fear or anger, then in your own mind, change the outcome of that event. So, for instance, you're in a car accident and you were stuck and the safety belt didn't release and you were stuck and you had to be cut out. Instead of feeling that fear, your mind's eye, unlock the safety belt, allow that to go, and you have an event visualizing of getting out of the car and walking away. So that's what we mean by changing the outcome of the event in your own mind's eye. Change the outcome, but do this only if you cannot stop thinking the event through. If you can leave it in your stored memory, then that is more serving. We don't want to keep reliving it. Scientists have found that it comes through in the hippocampus and the temporal lobe, and if we keep thinking about it, we'll keep staying there. If you do have an extreme feelings again, then as we said, sit in them, Feel the emotion. Now, why is it there? And then move on. Part of the learning in your contracts is how to deal with human experiences, how to mature and learn to deal with these events. Remember, you cannot get through this contract without some unpleasant event. Nothing is sweetness and light all the time. Sure, you hear of people with charmed lives, but remember, things are never what they seem. If you see someone who you believe has got it all going on, trust us, they haven't. Even these people have to work hard and feel the negative emotions that life brings them. Instead, they may be feeling terrible, but their persona doesn't allow anybody in to see their true self. We don't care how they look, we just want you to learn from these events. Sometimes there are events that you can't seem to be rid of, that keep coming back in your memory and dragging you down. Rumination and overthinking does not serve you. If this event keeps coming up, either change the outcome again in your own mind or choose a really happy event, as we have mentioned before. Smother the bad event with really good feeling and a really good memory. Do not keep going over the bad event, as this then just keeps it in the memory banks and it will rear its head when you least expect it. So that's something to practice. If you're ruminating over something, let it go. If it's still around 24 hours later, it's the ego that keeps doing it. If you're ruminating and thinking about a conversation, an event, a situation, and you're still mulling over within that 24 hours, it's your soul or your heart kind of going through it. But if it's still going on 24 hours later, that's the ego that's kept you there. That's the ego that wants you to ruminate, that wants you to feel bad, that wants you to feel weird. So if it's done within about 24 hours and it keeps coming back, you go, I know it's the ego. You can back off now. These thoughts do not serve me and I'm going to think of something else. Everything takes practice, but that's what I do. And you have to keep it down. Don't let it take you over. All right, so that's something for you to think about. And we'll go on to the next part of chapter 8. I will see you next time. Oh, that's right. Subscribe, click like. Beingwithspirit.com is my website. You can pretty much find me anywhere. Amazon, type in my name, you can buy the book only for $6.99 or $7.99. Course is £26. Teach you all of everything that we're going through now at your own pace. So have a look, see how you feel. Ka kite ano.